Today we're going to learn how to calculate the arc length of a circle, which is part of the circumference. By definition, the arc length of a circle is the fraction or a part of a circle's circumference. To calculate the arc length of a circle, given the measure of the central angle theta, we're going to use the formula, where pi is going to be replaced with 3.14. R is the radius of the circle. Theta is the measure of the central angle in degrees. In circle C, we want to find the measure of arc AB, so from point A to point B. So therefore, we're going to use the formula and substitute the measure of the angle, which is 45 degrees, back in the place of theta. Divide that by 360 times 2 times 3.14 times 12. Now we're going to take 45 over 360 and multiply that by the circumference, which is 75.36. And just in your calculator, put in 45 times 75.36, divide by 360, and you'll get 9.42. In example 2, we want to find the length of arc GH, so from G to H. So we're going to replace theta with the measure of the central angle, which is 120, times 2 times 3.14 times 11. Now take 120, divide by 360, and multiply that by the circumference, which is 69.08, and 120 times 69.08 divided by 360 gives us 23.03 yards. In example 3, going to do the same thing. We're given the radius and we know the central angle. So therefore, we're going to replace 135 in the place of theta, which is 135 divided by 360, times 2 times 3.14 times the radius, which is 8. Now we're going to multiply 135 divided by 360 times the circumference, which is 2 times 3.14 times 8, which is 50.24, and just multiply 50.24 times 135 divided by 360, and we'll get 18.84 yards. Now we need to find the arc length of circle if we're given the diameter. The diameter is the distance from some point on the circle through the center to some other point on the circle, which is D. Theta, which is the measure of the central angle, is still going to be part of your formula. And then pi is going to be replaced with 3.14. Now in example 4, we're given that the diameter of this circle is 90 centimeters. And the measure of the central angle is 32 degrees. So replace theta with 32. And now we're going to take 32 over 360 and multiply it by 90 times 3.14. Now 90 times 3.14 is going to give us 282.6, which is the circumference of the circle. So take the fraction, multiply by 282.6, and then you get the arc length from A to B is equal to 25.12 centimeters. In example 5, we're still given the diameter of this circle, which is the distance from some point of the circle through the center to some other point on the circle. So therefore, the measure of the central angle in degrees is 116 degrees. So replace theta with that number, multiply by D, which is 12, times pi, which is 3.14. So 12 times 3.14, which is the circumference of the circle, is 37.68. So we're going to take the fraction, multiply by 37.68, and we end up with 12.14 inches. So the distance from A to B is 12.14 inches. So this is the end of this lesson. Please go back and review the examples that were given to you where you're given the radius and find the arc length, and you're given the diameter, find the arc length. Once you understand what's going on within the lesson, go to Teams or to Focus and make sure you complete the assignment. Have a good day.